YouTube shows that we have excellent connection, so I think you can hear me and hopefully see. Please write some confirmation for me, so I would know that everything is fine. Mm. Hello again. Sorry guys, I'm trying to connect. I can see that connection is fine. Oh, probably I have some delay for stream. Oh guys, my bad. So you will just see and hear me with a little delay. Okay. Uh, because I was waiting for your reactions and I didn't see anything, and I assume that we have some issues with connection, but now I see that everything is fine. Okay, cool. I think we can finally start. Nice to see you all. And I have a small presentation for you about rolling scopes and Node.js course. Just as always, to clarify some major aspects of your learning. Okay, let's begin. I really glad to welcome you at this introductory stream of the Node.js course from Rolling Scope School. So today I will tell you a bit about Rolling Scopes, RS School, and Node.js course. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Maxim Shilov. I work at EPAM. I'm senior software engineer there. I also participate in various Rolling Scope School activities. From 2020, I drive this Node.js course that you will take part in. I am also one of the core developers of RS School app, co-organizer and contributor to the JS Dev Day event that we that we have time up to time, and also I take part in RS School activities related to AWS. Okay, so I mentioned rolling scopes a couple of times, so let's talk about what it actually is. Rolling scopes is really huge, and as for now, it's international community of developers, which we started in 2013. So we we are older than 10 years already, and in our community we mostly talking about JavaScript, web development, but also we have courses related to front-end and mobile development. And also we have a lot of activities and talks related to AWS. We even have dedicated courses. So if you will take part in those courses, you will become a full stack JavaScript developer with T-shape cloud skills, which is really nice, I think. We started our community in Minsk, Belarus, with offline events, and today we have our regular events in more than 11 countries. As I mentioned, it started in Belarus, but now we are international. So, what is our purpose? When we just started, we didn't have any specific, let's say, mission. We just wanted to connect software engineers together, connect with our friends, invite people to participate in our regular events like meetups, workshops, and so on, some hackathons, and just code and have fun together. It's a place where you can find new friends, meet with other people, learn together, do some cool stuff together, and so on. So we are about not only learning but also having fun. As I mentioned, over 10 years, we had over 100 meetups. Now it's even more. I don't know exact number at the moment because events happen all the time across the world. So I think number is bigger for you. And as I mentioned, yeah, it was in various places and in different formats as well. During this time, we attended several conferences in Madrid, in Paris. It inspired us to organize our own conferences. 9 of them took place, as I mentioned, and the largest one was in Minsk in 2019, where we gathered about 1,500 people for 3 days. It was really big and cool. And now I would like to talk about biggest project of our community. This is RS School. What is RS School? This is free of charge community courses conducted by members of our community. So you don't need to, let's say, have some agreement with us, pay something and so on. Everyone is welcome to join our courses and it's free, which is really cool, I think. RS School has some components. As I mentioned, it's not a physical school. This is more like a community. And of course, we don't have any, let's say, headquarters, physical buildings, and so on. Everything is going on online. We have just people who can join us online, and these people united by several traditions which we have in our school. I will talk about it a bit later, but we mostly use Discord server as a main communication point. And since a lot of our contributors from different companies and countries, we choose GitHub as a main platform where we keep all our education programs, materials, tasks, and so on. With all these people, we develop our platform, RS App, which we use to run our courses. It's also open source. You can find the repository on GitHub and even put some stars there if you will like it. If you don't like it, don't be shy to put stars anyway. Also, we maintain several YouTube channels. There we store our lectures, webinars, streams, and so on. Please subscribe, join us, press likes, leave your comments, and so on. Any activity would be nice. If we are talking about principles of our school, the first one and the most important is to teach it forward. According to this principle, all our students study at school for free, but we ask them, we not request, but we hope. As I mentioned, we don't have any contracts, don't worry. Don't be scared. We just ask if you studied in a school, you succeeded, you can go back to school and become mentor or maybe speaker, teacher, contributor, and you can help us to study the new generation of students. So this is the most important and base principle of our school. We also support open source philosophy, and it's really important for us to be transparent, to share our knowledge with everyone. So we keep everything on open source, mostly on GitHub, as I mentioned, and on YouTube, in order to provide you ways to collaborate, fork, take a look at some education program at any time, use it the way you want, how our contributors want to do that. It's really pretty convenient. And our learning platform is also open source tool, as I mentioned. If you are front-end or back-end developer with Node.js skill, or you have some knowledge in AWS databases, front end, you can join our community and contribute to open source. And this is nice thing for your portfolio, and you can get some pluses and karma for this. Let's talk about how people involved in our school. Majority of the people starts as a student, as you can see. They join some courses. Our courses are quite long. Most of them take from 2 or 3 months to even 6 or 7 months. And during this time, students help each other. They are actively learning, they communicate, collaborate, and then we promote them to a new role. We call it RS activist. This is like a student on steroids, let's say. This is the core of our community. It's people who help us to prepare a new task, who help us with some support requests, who may be a jury on our selection of best student works and so on. This is people who manage to fix a lot of issues related to education process. And basically, these people who later become our greatest contributors, trainers, speakers, all these people, they were RS activists at some time. And then like around of 10% of our people graduate from the course. Congratulations. And as I mentioned, because of our principle Teach It Forward, we invite them to help us with teaching new generation of students. This is how our school works in a nutshell, and this is how we can manage to conduct this education over 10 years. Okay, let me change the slide. As I mentioned, we're mostly focusing on JavaScript and web development. So we are mostly working with JavaScript, TypeScript, React. We also have some AWS courses, Node.js courses, and if we will find more contributors, we maybe manage to provide more courses on AWS. And it really depends on how many contributors we can involve. Okay, I would like to tell you about interesting thing, RS AWS Club. It's a part of our community where we are together with Amazon employees, architects, dev advocates, learn AWS, new services, and best practices. We have we create, start and build some local user groups, for example, user group in Tashkent or user group in Astana, Almaty. So maybe if you don't have your own user group in your city, you can join us, join our community, and join our collaboration with Amazon and start this group. This is really beneficial. Amazon provides support for community builders. For example, some benefits include like $500 to your Amazon account. And let's say how to join our courses or AWS Club. You can join us as a student or AWS Club mentor. We have website rs.school where you can find the most recent information and most relevant information about our courses. We have Discord of AWS Club, so you can see links on your screen. I will also share all the links with you later after the stream, but you can use this link to join our community. Well, let's begin with introduction to Node.js course. I will tell you what awaits you here. Please give me a second. So, what RS School provides? We offer course program, course tasks, cross checks. I will tell you about it a bit more later. Online streams, Q&A sessions on demand, We support and keep learning program up to date. We support and improve RS app, fix issues there, drive learning process, and support communication channel for you. For example, we support this Discord server with a lot of useful channels. Education at RS School is mostly practice oriented, and we follow 17-20-10 learning model, where only about 10% of knowledge is given you in solid form. I mean, something like materials, ready-made solutions, and so on. About 20% of knowledge is related to interaction with community, and the biggest part, about 17% of learning, is self-study, with really a lot of practice and hands-on experience. We think that it's better than trying to use theory or learn something without practice. It's really useless. So we focus on tasks and coding. About communication, all communication and announcements, all changes in assignments, course program, etc., it all can be found on Discord. You will have a link. You can join Discord server using this link. And also, please read frequently asked questions channel. It's here. There you will find a lot of useful information. Maybe some stuff is not up to date there. I will update it today. Namely, links to join course in RS app and the version of Node.js that we will use during the course. But what you need to know that there are two key points in order to study on the course. You must be registered for the course in RS app. You can see registration link, but it should be Q3 on the end. I will share with you correct link a bit later, but anyway, it's mandatory because all your progress on the tasks will be in RS app. You need to have GitHub to join us. And also join Discord. Be sure to join the chat because all communication and announcements will be there. All your communication with students, with other students will be there. So this is a primary source of information for you. And let's talk about what we are going to study. In the course, we study topics that you need for mastering basics of backend development using Node.js. You can see all of them on your screen. We learn, first of all, we learn Node.js fundamentals and some core Node.js APIs. We learn approaches to testing Node.js applications. We learn how to use REST and GraphQL. We learn some databases basics. Specifically, we will use SQL and Postgres. We will also use containerization with Docker, and we will try some approaches for login and error handling, and we will use popular and mostly, let's say, biggest and best from my point of view backend framework, Nest.js. Let's discuss what we will have in our topics, what we are planning to have there. During the learning of basics of Node.js, we will cover following topics. First of all, of course, how to install Node.js and manage its version, how to work with some widely used APIs, such as file system, streams, timers API, how to use Node.js with command line interface, how to make horizontal scaling for your application using child processes and cluster, how to work with operating system, how to use modules such as zlib and crypto for some changing in files. Also, we will learn how event loop works in Node.js, what's the difference between blocking and non-blocking input-output. There also will be two practical tasks for this topic. In the first one, you will learn Node.js APIs in isolation, and in the second one, you will apply knowledge that you acquired to create a console Node.js application file manager. In scope of network communication topics, we learn basics of network communication, and you will try to build a web server using Node.js API. Specifically, you will use HTTP module. We will not use HTTPS because we don't include certificates in this course. But anyway, you will know how to test REST APIs, you will know REST basics, WebSockets, and GraphQL. Also, on this topic, we have 3 tasks. In the first task, you build HTTP API using pure Node.js. In the second, you work with WebSocket on the server side using sockets.io, or probably we will try to use native Node.js WebSockets that became stable in version 2022. And you work with already implemented frontend. As I mentioned about WebSockets. And in the third task you learn GraphQL and its differences from REST APIs. In the scope of studying Nest.js, we cover the following. We cover Nest.js basics. We will try to build Nest.js REST API. We will learn how to containerize your application using Docker. We will also learn some login and error handling approaches in Nest.js application. We will learn SQL basics, and we will work with Postgres. And also authentication and authorization with JSON Web Tokens. There is also a practical assignment for this topic, Home Library Service. It consists of 3 parts. So about the task you will implement. Generally, course is divided into 2 halves. In the first half, tasks are independent of each other and can be done separately. You can see it in part 1. In part 2, in second half, we implement Nest.js REST service with gradual improvements. As I mentioned, we will build a REST service, and then we work with in-memory database, then we connect real database to it, then we apply other improvements, authentication, and we implement authentication and authorization, containerizations, error handling, and so on. So each task in part 2 will be built on top of previous one, so they are not independent. Now you can see some useful links. You see links to the repository on GitHub with course program, to the repository with practical tasks of the course, and to this YouTube channel where will be videos with task issuance and solutions reviews. Okay, maybe you have some questions. I will try to answer some of them. Let me check. Who knows duration of the course? You will see it in your schedule. Came from other languages. Okay. I think no major questions at the moment. You can ask all your questions later in Discord. Okay, so let's briefly discuss some key aspects of the learning process. The main tasks are issued in weekly frames. What it means? It means that task takes 1 or 2 weeks. Task timeline starts on Tuesdays. The deadline for submission your solution is Monday evening. So, for example, your first task will be issued tomorrow, and you should submit your solution till next Monday evening. After submission deadline, cross-check process begins, which lasts until Sunday evening. Approximately, you need to spend on learning about 20 hours per week. It really depends on your I don't know, learning speed, your knowledge and experience that you already have. So this really depends on many factors, but in general, it's around 20 hours per week. Probably I've seen such question in YouTube chat. Okay, and also we have a few rules. There are some conditions when you can be dismissed from the course if you break some rules. First of all, we display for cheating. What it means? Mostly we are talking about copying someone else's code. We periodically check for stolen code and expel those who cheated. So please do not try to find existing solutions. Please try to solve tasks yourself. And please note that expel may happen at any moment of the course. For example, we can expel you for first or second task at the end of the course. It will be very disappointing for you, so just don't do that. And of course, we try to make friendly environment here. So for any inappropriate behavior, harassment, discrimination, adult content, and so on, I'm pretty sure you know what you shouldn't do in most of the communities. And if you don't know, we have a code of conduct. You can see the link on the screen. So please follow it and remain polite and friendly. And also you can be expelled for lack of activity on the course. For example, you don't submit some assignments in a row. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. In case if you were expelled under this reason, we can restore you on the course if you wish. This is just for we do it in order to know how many active students do we have on the course. So if you expelled because you missed some tasks, don't worry, you can be restored there. Okay, as I said earlier, we use RS app, our learning management system, for driving learning process. And I will show you some useful pages. It's a student dashboard, score, schedule, cross-check submit, and cross-check review. Student dashboard page, it contains overview of your progress on the course, your position, your score, task statistic, widget with available tasks, and so on. This screenshot is the old one. I'm pretty sure that you have more stuff there. So this is your, let's say, overview of your activity on the course. Also, we have a score page. There you can see list of students ranked by rating, their overall score, and individual assignment score. So you can see that AV Shell has 206 for Node.js basics, and you can see score for each task and total score. Students are ranked by total score. Important thing to remember that score is updated once a day, so don't expect that if you submitted your solution, you will immediately see update in the score. It doesn't work like this. It's updated every day at 4 a.m. In GMT +3 time zone. So don't worry and be patient. Okay, you also have a schedule page. Name speaks for itself. This is course schedule. There you can find deadlines for course tasks, tests, course events. They are split into categories depending on timeline and status. You can see that you have all schedule items tab. You can also see what tasks are available to you, what stuff is in review, what is future, what you missed, what you already passed, and what is archived. Okay. We already mentioned cross-check several times. Let's talk about it in more details. We don't have, unfortunately, we don't have enough people, and we don't have personal mentors on Node.js course. We only have, let's say, course contributors or mentors for all the people. It will be me, and also we have Andrei and Bogdan and Anton with us. But anyway, we need to check tasks somehow. So what we implemented process named cross-check. This approach works following way. Students during cross-check process, students of the course check each other's homework. Each student checks the work of 3 or 4, it depends on tasks and course settings, but let's say 3 other students, and accordingly 3 or 4 other students check his or their whatever work. The task is graded as an average, and also, if I'm not mistaken, the worst score is not taken into account. So cross-check consists of 2 parts. First of all, cross-check submit. You send your solution for review, and then cross-check review. You review solutions of other students. Pretty simple, and a very important note. We want to we want to motivate you to check other students' homework. So in order to get a score for the task, you must submit your work for review on time, and also you must check works of other students. If you don't do any of this, you won't get score for assignment. Your score will be 0. For example, if you submitted your solution on time but you didn't check other student works, you will get 0. If you don't submitted your solution on time, then you will get 0, but you will not have to review solution of other students. So we are moving to next very important topic, deadlines. This is your favorite word on next couple of months. It causes some pain, but it's very important because all students study together in one program, and therefore we have time-dependent and collaborative workflows for checking assignments. So unfortunately, we cannot individually change deadlines, move tasks, and so on. If this will happen, it will happen for all the students at once. So please, I really, I really want to ask you, and I want you to understand that this is very important, that deadlines of the tasks for submissions and so on, they are not prolonged. There are no individual exceptions, and please try to do everything on time and do not leave it to the last moment. Okay. Let's move on to discuss your first assignment, which is Node.js basics. And this assignment will allow you to learn commonly used Node.js APIs. On the screen, yes, you can see links to the program and to the program modules you need and practical task. Let me share another screen and I will show you. Please give me a second. Okay. So as I mentioned, we have our course program in open source. And here you have links to the modules. For first week, you have 2 modules, Node.js installation and configuration and Node.js basics. You can open it, you can see some theory that can help you to solve the task. You can see some learning materials. Unfortunately, we don't have many lectures. We have some lectures, but they contain necessary information, but they are not very, let's say, they are not very recent and they are in Russian, unfortunately. You can try to use some, I don't know, some AI stuff to translate it, or you can just use other learning materials. Usually we have some stream and we have links to documentation or useful articles. Okay, what you have to do? Your first assignment is Node.js basics. As I mentioned, you should use 22 version of Node.js to solve it. It's not LTS yet, but it will be it will become LTS in October. So this is next month. It starts tomorrow. So I think we can use a newest version of Node.js this time. And also why we decided to use this version, because from this version WebSockets client became stable, and we can try to use it on WebSockets task instead of Sockets.io library. But it will be really up to you. So what you have to implement, you will have, you need to fork repository. You have some files with pre-written functions. You don't need to change anything besides of the content of the functions. So you need to implement some solutions according to task requirements. For example, we have function create.js. You need to implement function that creates a new file with name fresh.txt and contact I'm fresh and young inside of the files folder. And if file already exists, this function should throw error with message fs operation failed, and so on. So you will have these files for all task parts, and also you have scoring. You can see that for implementation of create.js, you have plus 6 points. For implementation of copy.js, you have plus 10 points, and so on. This is basic score, and advanced score include working with worker threads and child processes. And also you have forfeits here. This is for violation of task requirements. First of all, this task do not include usage of any external library. So I want you to know how to do it using pure Node.js. So you can't use any external tools, and if you will do it, you will lose almost all your score, 95% of score. And also approximately third of the task score if you will do commits after deadline. Because you will submit link to the pull request as your cross-check submission part, and of course you can do commits, but you will get forfeit. So deadlines are strict, and people will not take a look at your task again and again. So try to do it on time, as I mentioned. Okay, let's switch back to the presentation. Maybe we have something else there. Okay. Basically, this is it. There is a motivation for you. Let's rock. Let's make this course interesting, and let's give you new knowledges. Okay, guys, maybe you have some questions to me. Let me check YouTube chat. Will we be allowed to do future task using TypeScript okay. Will we be allowed to do future tasks using TypeScript or only JavaScript? We will start with JavaScript, and then we will stick to we will switch to TypeScript. Okay, guys, we will have dedicated channels for Russian-speaking people, as we traditionally have a lot of people who speaks Russian because our community is originally from Belarus, but main communication language is English on this course. Okay, my Russian English. Sorry for that. I'm not that good at it, but anyway, all major updates, all announcements, all clarification of tasks, requirements, and so on, all this stuff should be in English because we have people who don't speak Russian on our courses. So if you use other languages, don't expect me to answer your questions. Please tell about repositories. Should we own? Yes, you will use your own repositories. You should have a GitHub account. You will use it for authorization in RS app. And yeah, some of our courses provide private repositories, but we don't do it. Okay. Yeah, stream will be saved. You will have a recording of this YouTube translation. How to solve problem is if no. Oh, Evgeny asked good question. How do you solve problem if none of the cross-checkers checked students' work? Actually, we have functionality. It's not functionality, it's issues in GitHub. But anyway, we have appeal mechanics where you submit your solution and some of the course activists or course contributors check your solution manually. This happens rarely because for this to happen, you need to be not, your solution has to be not checked by all three people. It happens very rarely because, as I mentioned, people who don't check other people's solution don't get a score for the task. Pum 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 pum. Okay. We need find information alone. You will have some links for documentation and useful materials, as I mentioned already. You also will have some materials in Discord. We have this materials channel, but yes, using internet for getting important information, this is necessary skill for programmers. So you will need to find some information. Should we use any AWS features? No. We don't use AWS features. I just mentioned that we have some AWS activities in RS School in general, but we don't use AWS. All will be working on your machine. What if some checkers write score anonymously and want to contact and ask for feedback? You should check frequently asked questions, but you have cross-checker search. So you can try to find your cross-checkers in this channel, but we still want people to have opportunity to leave score anonymously. If you think that your score is not correct, you can contact me, and these scores and your comments, they are anonymously for other students, but not for me. I will see everything in RS app. So yeah, guys, one more important thing that you should stay polite and you should follow code of conduct even in cross-check comments, not only in this chat. It's important as well. Do we have any mentors? As I mentioned, we have shared mentors, me, Andrei, and Bogdan, and Anton. Maybe some activists. You can ask your questions in Discord and someone will try to answer. Can you recommend some resources instead of official documentation? sorry, I learned Node.js myself using official documentation, and this is the best source of information. I can't recommend anything else. Maybe some good materials exist, but I don't know about it. Can we use ChatGPT? Okay, another good question. Okay, guys, see, in general, you can use ChatGPT. We can't track it somehow and prohibit you from usage, but there are some aspects of using ChatGPT that may work negatively on this course. First of all, I would highly recommend you to try to write code yourself, and if you will do it this way, you will learn better. You will have better understanding. You will have better hands-on experience, and you will be more confident on using Node.js. This is first aspect, and the second one is that when we check for cheating, we how we do it? We scan your repositories, and if we find the same code for two students with some similarity threshold, we just assume that first person who did it earlier is the source, and second student is the one who cheated. ChatGPT can generate pretty similar solution for similar request, I guess. And it may happen that if you and another student got solution from ChatGPT, it can be the same and you can be expelled for cheating. So I would really recommend you not to, let's say, abuse ChatGPT on this course. You can try to use ChatGPT to explain you something and something like this. If you are stuck, you can ask about your problem, but really it's better to try to solve tasks yourself. They are not that hard. Will we work with deploy? No, we are not going to deploy during this course. We need submit link of pull request or just repo, link to pull request. Have you ever made pre? We have front end in English as well. Not sure about preschool, but different people do this. I was not involved in this. What should I do if I work? I need to use Node v18 and lower. Use Node.js version manager, NVM, and you can use you can have multiple Node.js versions. Yeah, NVM, as Igor mentioned. Could you please remind again, how do we submit our assignments modules? Is there any step-by-step instruction guide available? Yes, you have all of this in frequently asked questions. You even have, yeah, here is the process: create repository, create a branch, work on this branch, do not push final solution to remote repository, make it closer to the deadline, push solution to the branch, create a pull request, send pull request link to a REST app, and after you received the score, merge pull request into the main branch. So these steps repeated for each task. You should really check this channel. It contains all the necessary information. Is this course friendly to newbies and beginners? We have some prerequisites for this course. Let me check. It should be in program, I assume. About newbies and beginners. We expect that you already have good knowledge of JavaScript, because Node.js is a platform to run JavaScript not only in browser. You should have basic knowledge of Git. You should be confident with GitHub, at least know how to make branches, pull requests, and so on. You should have basic knowledge of TypeScript and have basic knowledge of computer science in general. and be able to spend about 20 hours per week for studying, as I mentioned. So it really depends on what you understand under the newbies and beginners. This course is not for complete beginners, but in general, you don't need very deep knowledge. Another words, change your code after ChatGPT response. Hey, you can try. You can try, but really, guys, you don't pay for these courses. This certificate doesn't. This is not a higher education diploma, which can give you permission for doing your job somehow. So it's better to try to obtain knowledge and hands-on skills. Okay. What if students have similar code but by coincidence? We don't expel students for one or two lines of similar code. If you have some big part that is similar to other student solution, then you will be expelled. So don't worry if you're trying to solve tasks yourself, it's highly unlikely that you will reach this similarity threshold. On a school, I assigned to another course. How to change it? You can always expel yourself from one of the courses. And I personally do not recommend you to participate in multiple courses at once, because it requires some time and it will be really hard for you. Are you able to suggest decent job after the course? Prompt engineer. Prompt Node.js engineer. No, we are not giving you a job, unfortunately. Time up to time, if some job-related stuff appears, you will see it in announcements. For example, there was announcement from our fundator. This is for Belarusian people, that some company looks for React and Node.js developers. And we have, if I'm not mistaken, we have jobs channel here, where some people who looking for developers can post messages. But in general, we don't offer a job. Will there be a technical interview in this course? Unfortunately, no, because we don't have enough people to do this. You can find job, yeah. Why is there no lecture on Node.js basics on RSApp? Because we don't have one, as I mentioned. We have previously made lectures and they are in Russian. We don't have new lectures. Unfortunately, all our contributors, they are they also have a full-time job, and they do all the learning activities in their spare time. So we don't have enough time to make lectures. Does Node.js course take place once or twice a year? Usually twice. This is the second iteration. A previous one was in January or February. I don't remember. It was in first quarter. Anyway. Okay. Guys, you will have follow up with all the links. Please don't forget to join Discord. You can see a link to join Discord under the video. And you will have all the information in announcements channel. So I will make follow up with for you with all the links and all the stuff, and you can see this recording if you didn't hear something or if you was late to the stream. So everything is on YouTube. Don't worry, you can always rewatch the video. So I wish you the best luck and